The new baby. Joe had some good news. She was expecting a baby. What good news? Said everyone. Wilma's mom found the old buggy. Oh look, said Wilma's dad. Wilf had it when he was a baby. The buggy looked a bit scruffy. A wheel had come off. We can do it up, said Wilma's mom. Wilma told Biff and Chip, Joey is expecting a baby, she said. What good news, said Chip. Biff and Chip went home. Joey is expecting a baby, said Chip. What good news, said Mom. Dad found the old cot. Oh look, said Mom. Keeper had it when he was a baby. The cot looked a bit scruffy. It needed a new mattress. We can do it up, said Dad. Biff and Chip told Keeper, Joey is expecting a baby, they said. That's brilliant, said Keeper. Keeper found an old toy rabbit. It looked a bit scruffy. Can we do it up? He asked. Keeper was in Miss Green's class. He told Miss Green about Joe's baby. How exciting, said Miss Green. Keeper looked puzzled. When will Joe's baby come? He asked. Miss Green told the children about babies. Moms and dads came to school. They told the children about babies too. Keeper played with the baby. He gave it a rattle. The baby made a funny noise. The children made a book. The book was about babies. Keeper gave Joe the book. Biff and Chip gave Joe the cot. Joe was pleased. Wilf wanted the baby to be a girl. Wilma wanted it to be a boy, so Wilf made a big chart. The baby is coming, said Joe. It's time to go. How exciting, said Wilf. Wilma called her mom. Joe's baby is coming, she called. How exciting, said Wilma's mom. Joe went to the hospital. She went in the car. Good luck, called Wilma's mom. Joe was in hospital. She had a baby girl. She's called Vicky, said Joe. Joe brought Vicky home. Everyone wanted to see the new baby. Joe looked at Keeper. You know about babies? She said. Do you want to help? Keeper looked at Vicky. No, thank you, said Keeper. Camping Adventure. Mom and Dad went camping. They took the children. They went to a farm. Mom and Dad had a new tent. They put it up. Wolf helped. Wilma got some water. I like it here, she said. I like camping. Mr. Jones was the farmer. He had to milk the cows. Come and watch, he said. What a lot of cows, said Wolf. Mr. Jones laughed. We milk them every day, he said. Mom wanted some milk. She went to the farmhouse. I want some eggs too, said Mom. Mrs. Jones was expecting a baby. She was expecting it soon. It may come today, she said. Dad cooked supper. I like it here, said Wolf. It's fun in this tent. Everyone went to bed, but there was a storm. Nobody could sleep. The wind blew. Everyone had to get up. The wind blew the tent down. They had to go to the farmhouse. Mr. Jones called Mom. "The baby is coming," he said. Mrs. Jones had to go to hospital. She got in the car. Mom helped her. The storm got worse. The wind blew and blew. The wind blew a big tree down. The car couldn't get past. Mr. and Mrs. Jones went back to the house. Mr. Jones called for help. He called the hospital. "A helicopter's coming," he said. Mr. Jones pointed to a field. "The helicopter can land there," he said. Mr. Jones got some bags. The children helped. They got some big stones. They made a big cross out of the bags. They put stones on the bags. The helicopter came. It landed near the cross. "At last," said Mr. Jones. There was a doctor in the helicopter. "Come on," said Mr. Jones. The doctor ran to the house, but Mom came to the door. She was laughing. "Too late," said Mom. "Mrs. Jones has had the baby. She's had a baby boy." Everyone looked at the baby. "He's very sweet," said Wilma. "Will he like camping?" Scarecrows. Biff and Chip had a little garden. They planted seeds and they put in plants. The birds liked the garden. They ate the seeds and pecked the plants. Biff was cross. "Look at the birds," she said. "Go away, go away." Biff and Chip had an idea. "Let's make a scarecrow," they said. "What a good idea," said Mom. They got some old clothes and made a scarecrow's body. Mom helped them. Biff got a bag. Chip painted a face on it. Mom made the scarecrow's hair. Chip wanted the scarecrow to be a boy. He called it Fred. Biff wanted it to be a girl. "All scarecrows are boys," said Chip. The key began to glow. The magic took them inside the little house. The magic took them to a field. The scarecrow came to life. "I'm alive," called Fred. Fred jumped in the air. "It's magic," he called. There were some scarecrows in the lane. Fred waved at them. Fred ran up to the scarecrows. "Hello," he called. "Where are you going?" The scarecrow pointed to a barn. "We are going to the barn dance. You can come too." Then the scarecrows looked at Biff and Chip. "Oh dear, you can't come." Biff and Chip weren't scarecrows. They couldn't go to the dance, but Fred had an idea. Fred made Biff and Chip into scarecrows. They went to the dance. The band began to play. "Come on," called Fred. "Let's dance." Biff began to dance with the scarecrows. "This is fun," called Chip. Biff danced with Fred. Chip danced with Biff. They all danced with the scarecrows. "See?" said the Biff. "They're girl scarecrows. I told you so." Suddenly the key glowed. It was time to go home. "Oh no," said Fred. The magic took them home. Biff and Chip had an idea. "I didn't know there were girl scarecrows," said Mom. "Well, there are," said Chip. Noah's Ark Adventure. It rained and rained. It rained all day long. The children were fed up. The children went outside. They wanted to play, but it was too wet. Dad looked out of the window. "Come inside," he said. "It's too wet to play outside." The children went to Biff's room. Suddenly, the key began to glow. It was time for a magic adventure. "What a good job," said Keeper. "I want a magic adventure. I'm fed up with all the rain." The magic key took them into a new adventure, but it was raining. "Oh no," said Keeper. "We don't want an adventure in the rain." The children saw a boat. "What is it?" asked Keeper. "It's Noah's Ark," said Biff. "Noah has to put the animals on the ark or they will drown," said Chip. "It's raining so much," said Biff. "The water's going to cover everything." "Don't worry," said Chip. "Noah will save all the animals." "Will he save us too?" said Keeper. "Hello," said Noah. "What do you want? Have you come to help?" Noah looked at the water. He pointed at the ark. "I want some help," he said. The children looked at the animals. "It is time to put the animals on the ark," said Noah. The animals went on to the ark. They went on in twos. First, Noah put the big animals on. A man pushed the elephants. They pulled the crocodiles up in a big net. A camel didn't want it to go onto the ark. They pushed it and pulled it. "All the animals are on," said Noah. "It's time to go. Please get onto the ark." The children went onto the ark. Noah looked at Floppy. "Stop!" shouted Noah. "I'm sorry," said Noah. "We put 2 dogs on the ark. We can't have 3 dogs." The children couldn't leave Floppy. "Floppy can't go on the ark, so we won't go on it," said Biff. The ark sailed away. The children floated in Noah's big umbrella. "It's still raining," said Biff. Just then, the magic key began to glow. The magic took the children home. "What an adventure," said Biff. "Oh no," said Keeper. A new classroom. Some people came to the school. They put a fence across the playground. The children looked at the fence. "What is it for?" asked Wolf. Nobody knew. A lorry came to the school. It had blocks on it. "What are they for?" asked Biff. Then a digger came. The children were excited. Some men dug a long trench across the playground. "What is it for?" everyone asked. It was time to go in, but the children didn't want to. They liked the digger. Mrs. May looked at the trench. "It's for a new classroom," she said. The children were excited. They wanted to find out about the new classroom. The children looked at some books. Will found a book about diggers. Chip painted a picture of one. Mrs. May took the children outside. They talked about the digger. Mrs. May took a photograph. Everyone looked at the blocks. "The classroom will go on the blocks," said Mrs. May. Then a crane came to the school. The children were excited. They looked at the driver. "What is the crane for?" asked Biff. "Wait and see," said Mrs. May. The children watched the crane. It lifted the classroom over the wall. Everyone watched the classroom. "Don't drop it," called the chip. Biff looked at the classroom. Something was wrong. "Mrs. May," called Biff. "Don't shout, Biff," said Mrs. May. The crane put the classroom down. It put the classroom on the blocks. Crane lifted the roof and put it on the classroom. Something was wrong. "Mrs. May," called Biff. "Something is wrong." "Don't shout, Biff," said Mrs. May. Everyone gasped. The classroom was upside down. "Oh dear," said Mrs. May. "I said something was wrong," said Biff, but nobody would listen. The crane put the classroom the right way up. The children wanted to look inside. The children went inside. Wilf saw a door. "What's in here?" asked Wilf. Everyone gasped. "Oh no," said Wilf. Mom to the rescue. Mom and Dad went to a car boot sale. They took the children. Mom looked at the dinghy. She called Dad. They looked at the dinghy. "What is it?" asked Dad. "It's a dinghy," said Mom. Mom wanted the dinghy. She called the children. "Look at this," she said. The children looked at the dinghy. "What is it?" they asked. "It's a dinghy," said Mom. They took the dinghy home. Dad pumped it up, but it went down again. Mom mended the dinghy. She put a patch on it. The children helped. Dad put the dinghy on the car. They took a picnic and went to the river. Dad looked at the river. He pointed at the weir. "The weir is dangerous," he said. Mom and Dad had a good idea. "Let's put everything in the dinghy. Everyone can help," they said. They found a good spot for the picnic. The children paddled the dinghy. It was time for the picnic. Mom and Dad put the rug down and got the picnic out. Floppy ran out of the water. He shook the water over Dad. "Go away, Floppy," said Dad. The river was busy. Biff and Chip watched the boat go by. Biff liked the big boat. "I wish we could go on a big boat," she said. It was time to go home. "What a good day," said Dad. "It was a good picnic." "Look," said Biff. "There is nobody on that boat." "My boat is in danger," called the lady. "Help! Get my boat!" Mom put the dinghy in the river. She paddled to the boat. "Be careful," called everyone. Mom climbed on the boat. She started the engine. She was just in time. Mom brought the boat back. "Hooray!" everyone shouted. "Mom to the rescue," said Keeper. Dad let go of the dinghy rope. The dinghy went over the weir. "Oh no," said everyone. The lady had an idea. "I will lend you my boat to say thank you," she said. The family had a holiday on the boat. Thanks to the dinghy, said Mom.